Hi everyone, my name is Absala Kinshiku, and I'm so excited to have you on this live. Well, what's one thing I want to discuss with you today? And this is going to be very, very quick. Well, one thing that people know about me is that I'm a mom, I'm a PhD student, and recently I became a PhD candidate, which means that I have completed my coursework and now in dissertation mode. All right. And the question that I get mostly from people is how do you do all of these things? You're a content creator, you're a mom, you're a grad student, you're writing your dissertation, and you're just doing your life. And one thing that I say to women is that, hey, sis, your dreams are valid, right? Your dreams are valid. And we often hear the stories of like, it's okay if you sacrifice everything for your children. And yes, we should love our children, we should care about them. And it's not just our work alone. That's it's okay for a family, a community to care for the children. And that is why in my own um, village, in my culture, I would say, they say it takes a village to raise a child, right? Yeah, and I think that philosophy, which is very almost close to Ubuntu, is useful when you're thinking about women in this age and doing your dreams and saying that your dreams are valid. And let's come down to academic excellence. I share five major acts when it comes to academic excellence for women. Number one is what is your why? I know you've heard that before, that understanding your why, but it is not just valuable in business, it is also relevant in understanding even your academic goals, professional goals, and your life goals. Okay, so what is your why? I also say to people that when I did my undergraduate education and now I have done two masters, I'm now in a PhD. I have been in the academia for all my life, right? Yeah, you need to understand your academic why. And the question that I ask you is don't go generic about it. What is one thing that would inspire you? Okay, so think about this. I am going to give an example of myself. Some days I don't want to get out of my bed, but then I engage my brain in some kind of thinking. I am looking for an exciting thing that has the capacity to take me out of my bed. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. And when I look at that thing, it's like I'm navigating, I'm finding, I'm scanning, and I'm trying to get that thing that is going to help me say, oh, let's get out of bed. It's the same thing when you're thinking about your why. What is one thing, two things, three things, four, five, six that you think that would inspire you to achieve whatever academic pursuit you have ahead of you? Because, see, there is so much going on in your life as a mom. You know, recently some people talked about the intellectual and the mental investment that women put into families. You know, I didn't realize this until my mom died in 2017 that organizing meals in a home is a lot of intellectual work because you are thinking and you cannot continue to eat the same kind of meal every time in you know what I mean, right? Yeah. So I understand that as a woman, as a mom, there is a lot of work you are doing under cover that is not even seen. People see all the work that you put in physically, but most people don't even acknowledge the amount of mental load that you carry. Right. So that's why I'm saying because of the amount of work that goes into your duty, one thing that you need to be certain about is what is one thing that will drive me to the finish line? What's one thing that will drive me to my academic finish line? Set that. Have that. In my undergraduate days, one thing that was driving me was my mom was late. I had applied to all the fabulous pioneering universities in Nigeria, all the big, big federal universities. And I wasn't accepted, not because my scores were not great, but because of the problem of the system itself, right? Right? So I knew the kind of quality of a student that I was, but I wasn't getting admission to those university. Then something came up and I was invited to attend a private university. I couldn't afford it. My parents would not, my single parent now, because my mom is now late, would not be able to afford that university. And now I am going to enter this university on the base of a scholarship, right? One of the biggest things that I resolved in my mind at that point is I need to put up my A game. I cannot compare myself to every other student. I cannot even compare myself to students who their parents could send them to school, who their parents would provide them with allowances that are fat and fabulous. I didn't have that, right? I was just an average person thrust into uh, an environment where there were quite a number of rich kids. Yeah. And all of us wearing rich kids, anyways. Yeah. So, but I belonged to that 1% that could not afford the school fees. That's what I'm saying, right? And my way of saying thank you was to do my very best. It's like every other scholarship you get, and they tell you you have to maintain this amount of CGPA for you to continue to be sponsored. There was no caveat of that on my scholarship, but I gave myself that caveat because who wants to put so much money on somebody and then they're not even performing? You get what I mean? It was my first why. Yeah, I knew the amount of prayer I prayed to get that opportunity, and I'm not about to mess it up. Number one. Number two, my mom had just died, and I found myself in my mom's field, right? And I love it. She didn't force me, I just love the field. I studied literature, by the way, and I enjoy it. Some people don't understand that it is a fabulous field to be in, and that helps me, that makes me tell people, do what you love. Okay, just do what you love. uh, yeah. So but that is a business and a discussion for another day. Number three thing that inspired me was I really wanted academic excellence because I know that my career, the kind of professional career that I'm looking to do in the future, would be able to leverage a lot if I did very well academically. And I know that I had the capacity to do well, and I was doing what I loved. I had everything set to help me succeed. And I was also in a department where the lecturers were good. We had a couple of you know, issues here and there because there are no departments that are perfect in this world. But comparing my department to other departments in other bigger universities, we had less of sadist lecturers. We had some, but less. Yeah. We had teachers and lecturers who were really, really good and who were schooled outside of the country. One of my very fantastic teacher studied in London. And you would see that his style of teaching is completely different and very productive. Okay. Okay, so I have told you my whys, right? In telling my stories, right? I'd gotten a scholarship, my mom had died, I found myself in a fabulous field that I loved. And looking at my future, my professional future, I know that having doing well academically would help me. And it has helped me. It has helped me. Yes, it has helped me. So, number one, understand your why. Be well grounded in something that truly indeed inspires you. And how can you find that thing? One of the things you can do is to sit down, take time to think. I enjoy the moments that I sit down to think, to ideate. And another thing that you can do in the moment of ideation is to journal. Do you want to write some things down? Yeah, understand your academic why as a mom. Yeah, that's number one. Number two, and these I discuss in my book, my upcoming book. So, number two is set your academic vision, make it clean, crisp, and clear. Yes, I did not call it academic goal because I know exactly what I'm saying at this point. What is your overall goal? And that is what I call your academic vision. What do you want? And can you tell us in a clean, clear, crisp sentence that is very specific And when I mean specific, I mean, can you tell us exactly what grade you want to finish with or you want to graduate with? That's what I mean. Yeah. And let me tell you, usually I love to speak with students when they are in the beginning, in the first phase of their academic career. Invite me to speak with students in GS1, invite me to speak with students in SS1, invite me, even in GS3, that is good. One stage ahead of your first introductory stage, you will find me there.